Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states and Puerto Rico, founder of Contractual Guarantees Only, which is you own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. Today's topic is why do people still hate fixed annuities? I'm going to broaden the subject. Why do people still hate annuities? Simple answer after this. So, why do people still hate fixed annuities? Okay, so let's go through fixed annuities and break this down. First of all, let's go through the other ones that are securities. There's variable annuities, and there's registered index-linked annuities. So on those, variable annuities typically have an average annual fee of 3% for the life of the policy. That's reason enough to hate them. So I understand that, and they're just mutual funds. The industry calls them separate accounts for whatever reason. And you're better off just going and buying mutual funds, in my opinion, unless you need tax-deferred growth, but there's other ways to do it. Registered index-linked annuities are the newest foray, how about that, into the annuity space, newest product. And it's nothing more than a direct assault on the indexed annuity side, because the indexed annuity side was selling so much money and taking money from the brokerage firms. The brokerage firms handle all the money, majority, and they're trying to figure out how to keep it. Registered index-linked annuities. I'll tell you this right now, you've heard it from me before. If you haven't, this is new to you. Thank you for watching. Never buy an annuity for growth. Never buy an annuity for potential returns, hypothetical returns, theoretical returns. Never buy that. If you're going to do hypothetical, theoretical, go buy the market player and get all the upside and don't pay the fee. In today's world, you certainly can do that. So why do people then hate fixed annuities? Fixed annuities, let's go through the primary types. Multi-year guarantee annuities. That's the annuity industry version of a CD. Don't make it any more difficult than that, please. All right, you buy the MYGA, you buy the term you want, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, your choice, and then the annuity company, they're going to pay a specific interest rate for that specific period of time. No fluctuation, contractual guarantees. Do you hate CDs? Of course you don't. You do not hate CDs. So guess what? You don't hate MYGAs, and that's a fixed annuity. I actually call MYGAs annuity bonds, because it's the issuing annuity company, life insurance company, issuing annuities. You're buying a guaranteed interest rate, and they're backing it up. I know what I'm talking about. Used to be with Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter, Payne Weber, UBS. Used to manage bonds at a really high level. So I get it. And I come out here and I go, yeah, we call MYGAs annuity-type CDs because that's the correlation, but they're also, in my opinion, annuity bonds. You can't hate that. You don't hate that. All right, so let's go through the lifetime income products on the fixed side. Single premium immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, qualified longevity annuity contracts. That can only be used in your traditional IRA. All of those are for lifetime income. All are for lifetime income. They're transfer of risk products to the annuity company to pay you for as long as you're breathing, and if you set it up joint with your spouse, for as long as one of you are breathing or on a respirator. There's no ROI until you die. You answer 2 questions with us. What do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? And the acronym that I use that we solve for and that annuities only solve for is PIL, Principal Protection, Income for Life, Legacy, and Long-Term Care. There's no G for growth. There's no M for market. There's no R for reasonable rate of return. None of that. There's no B for bonus. PIL, Principal Protection, Income for Life, Legacy, and Long-Term Care. So let's look at a correlation. Social Security is the best inflation annuity on the planet that you currently own. I know you're saying, wait, there's no way that's an annuity. I hate annuities, and if I hated annuities, I wouldn't have an annuity. You have an annuity. Social Security. Guess what that is modeled after? Single premium immediate annuities that started in the Roman times as a pension payment to the dutiful Roman soldiers and their families and been sold in this country for over 200 years. And you can structure it so that the annuity company never keeps a penny, even though they're on the hook to pay. A lot of people out there going, well, shoot, when you die and the bus hits me, like day 2, money goes poof, Stan. No, it doesn't, Fred. We can structure that backstop so that 100% of the money goes to the beneficiaries, not the annuity company, even though they're on the hook to pay. SPIAs are the foundational product for DIAs. A SPIA is if you turn on the income within 1 year, it's a SPIA. Once it goes past 2 years, it magically becomes a DIA. Same product. And qualified longevity annuity contracts used in IRAs are DIAs. It's the same product, which is the same as Social Security. Still hate fixed annuities, do you? Hypocrite? Hypocrite much? You're going to too many cocktail parties and you're drinking too much tequila. I know I said it wrong, but I kind of fit something in there. So let's get to the one that has reason to hate. And it's not the product's fault. It's not the carrier's fault. It's the agent army nonsense that's going out there, the sales pitch. It's fixed indexed annuities. Put on the planet in 1995 to compete with CD returns. To compete with CD returns, they're not market products. That's the one. Because that's the one that has the upfront bonus and the moving parts. Mr. Jones, you can get a 26% upfront bonus. You get market upside with no downside. You get free long-term care, and you get it all. You get it all. It's one product, one solution. No. The reason the steak dinner invitation in the mail that comes to you is to a steak place you'd never eat at, it's because it's the highest commission product out there. Doesn't make it a bad product. To me, it's a CD product. But if you said, hey, Stan, I want principal protection, I want a guarantee, that's not an index annuity because the returns aren't guaranteed. Now, we use index annuities for one reason and sell more than probably anybody. I don't know the stats, but we sell more than anybody on anything. No one agent in the country. And I got a full team in Las Vegas under one roof. Everyone's under one roof. They're all licensed, and they're not on commission. They're not hammers looking for nails. But we use indexed annuities as an efficient and cost-effective delivery system for the income rider guarantees. The income riders attached to indexed annuities, that's the contractual guarantee. We don't talk about this over here. Stan, are you telling me you don't talk about caps and spreads and participation rates and those combinations? No. I would rather us talk about the lines on our hand, the inversion or the outversion of our navels. I'd rather do that. It makes more sense. Why, Stan? Why do you say? Because with the vast majority of index annuities, the annuity company can change the rules on how the gains are calculated. It's a CD product. Please stop trying to get oil out of a brick. About cuss there. Sorry about that. It just makes me mad how these things are pitched. And upfront bonus is candy for the stupid. Guy called me the other day and he goes, hey, Stan, it's going to come down to get a 50% upfront bonus. I'm like, how many pennies are there in the dollar, Ernie? 100. So they're not 150. Not the last time I checked. Okay, so the 100 pennies in the dollar, they're giving you 50% bonus. Don't you think they might be taking something away or adjusting something within the contract maybe to get you? You think? Yes. So you should not hate fixed annuities. You should hate how indexed annuities are sold, but properly placed to deliver the income rider, it makes total sense. Do me a favor, go to my site at theannuityman.com, run quotes. If you want to talk indexed annuities, schedule a call. I'll go down that rabbit hole with you. Email me, Stan at theannuityman.com. Okay? Use us. We're not hammers looking for nails. We're reactive, not proactive, which is different in the annuity industry. I did that for a reason because I don't like going to car dealerships and Johnny car salesman going, you want to buy? What is that? What is that? What is that? Like, leave me alone, okay? When I find the car, I'll stroke the check for it, but it won't be with you, all right? One last thing, spinning clock, go to this video. It's one I did about how annuities can address inflation properly, pragmatically, mathematically, and contractually. Not some pie-in-the-sky nonsense player. We don't do that. We don't sell dreams, we sell contractual realities. Isn't this fun? Yeah, this is fun. That's why I do it. I'm getting a little stiff. My wife saw one the other day. She goes, stand straight. I said, baby, we've been married 38 years. I'm a hunch, all right? I'm a hunch over. And at the end of the day, I'll be a walking U. So get used to it. My name is Stan, the Annuity Man. See you next time.